So you guys, when I met you, well, I think, April was pregnant, going up and down, walking up and down in the neighborhood and all of that. And it's like, baby's coming. And then you told me you were going to do the home birth thing. What was why not hospital? Where's all that come from? Was that her? Was that you?
It was all her. Yeah. Yeah. Basically, I didn't care. Again, you know, I stand in awe of the feminine, of mothers, of all of it. Right. And it's like, this is your journey. Right. I mean, I felt that from the very beginning, and she was very clear. Like she wanted to do a home birth. She wanted to have the baby at home, not by herself, but with a midwife and a doula, you know, help around her. But she was very clear. And I knew nothing. I mean, I have an older brother who's 5 years older. He started having kids when he was 20. So you can imagine his kids are adults now. And I was too young at the time to really engage with them. You know, we had a pretty small nuclear family, not a lot of tribal dynamic going on. So I wasn't around babies. And so I'm like, okay, this is going to be crazy. It's going to be pretty wild. Like I had no idea what to expect. I mean, even the most basic things about childbirth, I had no idea what to expect. But she was very clear, even a couple of years prior to, I think she had made the decision. And so, yeah, we sort of went into, let's get ready for this. And it was really cool. I mean, if you don't mind, I'll just go down that track. Yeah. I mean, so here I was sort of on this journey of exploring and getting more and more clear and working on it. And I still am, of really, you know, again, just harnessing my own masculine gifts. And again, I think ultimately that's just grounded presence and being present in the world, being present for her, you know, despite whatever. You know, I love the way David Data talks about it. It's like, your job isn't to stop hoping one of the chapters in his book is stop hoping for your woman to get easier. It's like, that's not your job. Just be present for her to do whatever the fuck she wants to do. If she's pissed off or angry or it's okay. Like it doesn't need to make sense.
Right.
And I spent 20 years trying to convince every woman I was with that they weren't making sense.
What's wrong with you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so anyway, you tie all that into, okay, she's pregnant. There's a lot of emotion flowing. So it was an amazing opportunity to really like deepen this practice for me. And how can I just be present for her and all the emotion and everything that's coming up through this. And again, this isn't me. This is her journey. She's the powerhouse. She's the badass. No, nothing I say should distract from that. Like this is something that she did. It's amazing, right? I was just trying to show up in the most loving, supportive way. So as we started going down this path, like, you know, you have these meetings, the midwife comes, we had a great crew, her and her husband, she works with her husband, the midwife, and then we had a doula as well. So it was the three of them. We would meet on a regular basis, getting closer to the birth. And, you know, we started exploring. For me, and I'm not saying I was like the architect of it, but I'll never forget this conversation I had with a good friend of mine, phenomenal human being. But I was talking to him, and he had just recently had a kid, and he's like, during the birth, you're going to be everything. You're going to be her support. And I was like, okay, maybe. But I didn't say anything out loud, but I just remember thinking like, I'm not sure. Like, am I equipped to do that? Like, is there any amount of studying or learning or self-actualization that I can do to hold that space for her?
Wow.
Maybe not, right?
Wow.
And so her and I started talking about it. Fortunately, we have a relationship where it's like nothing's off limits, right? And we both were kind of like, yeah, this is interesting. Like, what does this look like when the baby actually comes? Where am I as the man, the husband? Where is she? You know, what is the practical manifestation of this, right? And again, going back to like, I'll talk about it passionately because I went down the rabbit hole. I'm like, somebody has to be talking about this, and basically, like, almost nobody is. There's a French guy, I think he passed away recently. His name's Michael Odent. Kind of controversial dude. He's got some books, but he wrote about this a lot. He spoke to it a lot. I started doing research on what were tribal cultures doing when babies came into the world. And again, not that that's the end all be all. Like, they did a lot of dumb things. We do a lot of dumb things, like whatever. But I came to believe that and sorry, I'm bouncing around a little bit, but there's an article by a midwife that she showed me and I read, and it made me realize this is probably by far the most profound spiritual experience a woman will have. And like having like the masculine energy sort of intertwined with that might not be a good idea, right? So I sort of started coming from that place, like this is going to be a transformative, deeply spiritual experience for her. And like she doesn't need me like standing in front of her like counting breaths or something, right? That's why I think the moms end up getting pissed off, right? Sometimes and like, get the hell out of here. Like, what are you doing? And so there's so many layers to it, like intimacy. I think about the work of Esther Perel. She talks a lot about like mating in captivity and all this stuff. It's like we already have an uphill battle of, you know, lifelong monogamy and maintaining the spark. And maybe it's not the best thing for the husband to just be right there and witness the birth. And so the more we explored that concept, what resonated deeply for us, and again, this guy Odin, Michael Odin, what he talks a lot about is things like, you know, lighting, you know, blue light exposure. I think this comes from him. Maybe it's another source. I don't know. I'm going to butcher some of it, but like everything affects the labor process. If she feels like she's being observed, what he saw anecdotally was if the woman felt like she was being observed, that would slow things down. So there's this crazy complex.
That makes sense.
Yeah. There's like this crazy complex spiritual, chemical, hormonal thing happening. And we're like, you know, just we're in my opinion, at least for us, we're screwing it up, right? And so it was like, ultimately what I came to was like, okay, my role is just to protect the perimeter and make sure that she can go down. I mean, if you read some of the stuff, it's almost like a psychedelic experience. Like just everything changes in those, you know, few hours for the woman. Like she's gone, she's somewhere else, right? I mean, you could go deep down that on a spiritual level, but for me, it was like, okay, I'm here to protect the perimeter. And she's there with the aunties, the grandmothers, you know, the midwife, the doula, you know, that's what we had, friends, whatever, but other strong, powerful women who can relate to this experience.
Right.
And it's beautiful for them. Like they're, you know, on cloud nine because they've been through it. And whereas me, I mean, again, this is just me. Like, I don't care if I did a decade's worth of studying. Like, I'm not equipped for that. Even hormonally, I'm not equipped for that. Right. So that's kind of where we ended up.